is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
First reading. A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 1 to 6, and verse 9 to 11. Concerning times and seasons, brothers and sisters, you have no need for anything to be written to you, for you yourselves know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief at night. When people are saying peace and security, then sudden disaster comes upon them, like labor pains upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. But you, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness, for that day to overtake you like a thief. For all of you are children of the light, and children of the day. We are not of the night or of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as the rest do, but let us stay alert and sober. For God did not destine us for wrath, but to gain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us, so that, whether we are awake or asleep, we may live together with Him. Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, as indeed you do. The word of the Lord.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Luke. Jesus went down to Capernaum, a town of Galilee. He taught them on the Sabbath, and they were astonished at his teaching, because he spoke with authority. In the synagogue, there was a man with the spirit of an unclean demon, and he cried out in a loud voice, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus rebuked him and said, "Be quiet, come out of him." Then the demon threw the man down in front of them and came out of him without doing him any harm. They were all amazed and said to one another, "What is there about his word? For with authority and power he commands the unclean spirits, and they come out." And news of him spread everywhere in the surrounding region. The Gospel of the Lord.
My dear friends, today we are presented with a Gospel passage where Jesus goes into a neighboring town of his village to Capernaum. And there he spoke with authority. The words that came out of his mouth, he spoke them with authority. And then he is encountered by a man possessed with an evil spirit. And then Jesus gave him authority to leave this man and go away. My dear friends, yesterday we reflected on the Spirit of the Lord coming upon Jesus. And today he goes into the field, he goes into the village, Capernaum, and there he exercises his ministry of the word, speaking it with authority, and the unclean spirit goes away. My dear friends, this is not a chemical reaction, this is not a technical mechanism, but rather spiritual power working in human beings. Therefore, my dear friends, we need to submit ourselves to the authority of Jesus, to the words he has spoken, listen to them, take them in, so that we will also be empowered and strengthened by his word. We encounter many times the power of the evil one, trying to overcome us, overtake us, and take control of ourselves. In those moments, my dear friends, let us reflect on the words of Jesus. Leave this man, come out of him. If we also can read these words, my dear friends, when we are confronted with the evil one, and plead with Jesus on behalf of us as well to speak these words so that the evil power may go away. It will not overcome us. Leave our boundaries. Therefore, my dear friends, it is important that we spend some time daily, perhaps in the morning, surrendering ourselves to the power of Jesus, submitting our wills to will of God, so that whatever we say and do, we do by the power of God, by the grace of God. Therefore, my dear friends, reflection, meditation, prayer, devotions, all these things help us in our daily activities if we devote time to do them. And the evil power will not be able to overcome us. If we just go away, go out to work, go out to the for our daily work, my dear friends, without submitting ourselves to the will of God and surrendering ourselves to the power and authority of Jesus, my dear friends, sometimes we may get into trouble. We may get into difficulties. But if we submit ourselves and surrender to Jesus, the power of Jesus will work in us.